Nanda Sri Advaita Gadada Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadada Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
కరెక్ట్ కాదు ఈ మధ్యలో స్ట్రాంగ్ రాగాలి నా హ్యాండ్ పవర్ సరిపోవట్లేదు ఇది మీరు కానీ జాగ్రత్తగా
టెడ్డుగా లావు నాకు చాలా పెద్దది
వచ్చేస్తుందా వస్తుంది కానీ ఇది పెద్దది
అట్లంటే అది ఈజీ ఉంటుంది మళ్ళీ
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Radha Govinda Radha, Govinda Shri Radhe, Jaya Krishna Radha, Jaya Sita Bhagavan Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jai Shri Radha Govinda Ki Jai Shri Sita Rama Lakshmana Bhakta Hanuman Ki Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maya Ki Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Shri Gurudev Ki Jai Shri Ram Sankirtan Ki Jai Anta Koti Bhakta Vrinda Ki
Yeah. So whoever signed, they cannot come.
Okay.
So,
Chant it bound out. This one?
okay.
The devotees to join us.
Rather 19 type, no?
Rosa's color is really good. Yeah, not red. No? Okay.
No.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Whatever.
He's going out.
Oh, okay.
He's going out. Yeah.
Come here, come and sit here. Let's chant.
Come, sit here.
Come, let's sit here.
You want to chant, please? Here's a chanting please. Parking.
We'll chant one round, okay? Sit with us. Let's chant one round.
So here's one more for you. Thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Ram Sankirtan ki Jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai. Shri Radha Govind ki Jai. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Shri Gurudev ki Jai.
So do you want kids to be here or after some time?
We can stay here for 5 minutes.
It's okay.
And then we can plan.
Okay. Kids, we will have special stories today. Kids will have special story.
Today there's no sloka.
Some story, some story.
Okay. So, Hare Krishna. So, thank you everyone for coming. Mataji, nice garland. I forgot your name already.
Brinda. Brinda, actually. Brinda.
Brinda.
Both are same almost. Both are the same, right?
Yeah.
Very auspicious name.
Right.
Brinda and Brinda. So.
Brinda. Brinda Mataji. So, nice job. Nice garland. Ladies are looking, they're very happy with the garland. Smiling. Yeah. So, I see two new devotees joining today. I know Mataji. I think you came all the way from Lakeville?
You're asking about, she's Minata, my friend.
Okay.
She's from Eden Prairie.
Okay.
So I thought, she's very closer, so I wanted her.
Very good. So you came all the way from Lakeville?
Yeah, I did. From Egan, yeah.
Oh, Egan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Actually, we are just talking about resuming our Lakeville programs again.
Oh, okay, good.
So we'll do it.
It'll be different weeks compared to this, or?
Second and fourth, probably.
Okay.
So first and third is here.
Here, and that will be Bhagavad Gita or some different?
I think we'll continue. I think last time in COVID we stopped at Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 somewhere.
Okay.
But I have to go back and see where we start. So probably we will do a quick recap and probably start again.
Okay.
So probably I think myself and some other Prabhu may come there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be busy. It's nice, weekends spending time talking about Krishna. What else we need? Your name what is it?
Yeah, my name is Bhavani.
Bhavani.
I live in Karwat.
Karwat.
Yeah, she's
Neighbors. Good. So Chanhassen is becoming the center for all the
So the Forgotten Prairie Car.
towards the kind of southern suburbs. Huh? So, yeah, so it's good. I think you went in the right spot, bro.
Everything's Krishna's plan.
So like, my name is Uday. So we are part of Krishna Sankirtan Society, a kind of non-profit spiritual organization, not officially affiliated to ISKCON yet, but we follow all the kind of ISKCON formalities. Like in a Prabhupada, who is the founder of ISKCON, so that we follow on his preachings. And so the Hare Krishna Mahamantra that we have been chanting, right? So does anyone know the meaning of that? So the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a 16 syllable. So I think as you know, these are all mantras, right? So mantras is like man, might, tra means the mantras, the words that can give us relief, give us the benefits. So that's the mantra for all of us, right? Now, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, in fact, this is a 16 syllable mantra. It says Hare stands for Radharani. So when we say Hare, we are actually taking permission of Radharani, because in order to serve the Lord, we have to go to the mother. So we are taking permission of this Radharani, saying that, oh Radharani, please give me permission to serve the all attractive Krishna. That is what the first line, the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. That's what the first line stands for, saying that we are asking the permission of Radharani. Oh Radharani, I would like to serve Krishna, who is all attractive. Right? Next one, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Here we are taking the permission of Sita. It's very clear. That's so smart. Right? So here we are taking the permission of Sita Mata, Mother Sita, asking who? Asking if we can serve the all peaceful Rama. So Krishna is all attractive. Rama is peaceful. Okay? So what will happen if we get attracted to someone? We become devotee, okay? And what if we become devotee? We'll become peaceful. Become peaceful, right? So that's what the attraction does, right? So now, good job, right? So now, there are so many things that we can get attracted to, right? There's so many things we can get attracted, to my phone, right? I can get attracted to my watch, I can get attracted to my hair, I can get attracted to my physical form, the job, the family, the society, the country. There is no limit for attachments, right? Probably for your school, you can get attached to your school. And no one wants to get attached to school, right? No? Jai Hare Krishna.
Attached to BTS army. There is something called
Attached to BTS.
army.
Please. Come on. Yeah, come settle down. The kids will go off now. Hare Krishna. Sit down, bro. Nice. Yeah. So now there are many things that we can get attracted to. Now the question we should be asking is, what is the difference between getting attracted to these material things and getting attracted to Krishna? Why we should attract to Krishna and why not to material things? Were you happy today morning? Were you happy yesterday night? Are you happy today? Right? So this happiness in the material surface, it is all temporary. It's all temporary. Just because I'm happy now doesn't mean that I'm going to be happy tomorrow. Right? So now the question, the choice that Krishna has given to all of us is, do you want to get attracted to temporary, or do you want to get attracted to permanent, who is Krishna? Right? So that's where this mantra reminds, saying that make your right choices. Whom you want to get attracted to. We should always think about getting attracted to the permanent. And that permanent is, there is no one better than Krishna. Now, what will happen and why are we getting attracted to? For the peace. Right? So what kind of peace? How we will have peace? What can we do to get the peace? Again, is this peace going to be temporary? Again, is this peace going to be permanent? Right? We all should aim for peace that is permanent. So for anything permanent, that's where Krishna and Rama comes. And how to approach them? Through Radharani and Sita. Right? So that's what this whole, so the whole Prabhupada is confounder Prabhupada, right? So he has done a lot of sacrifices for all of us. He used to sleep only for 2 hours at the age of 70. And what he was doing remaining 22 hours. He has been traveling the world. He has been, translating the kind of Sanskrit into English translations, giving long purports for every sloka. And as we discussed in the last session, right? So in the Bhagavatam, there are 18,000 slokas, right? And in 18,000 slokas, he has given translations, very detailed purports for almost every sloka, right? Now, the reason why he did is, and in fact, if you see the kind of Bhagavad Gita translated by Srila Prabhupada, he purposefully named this as it is. Bhagavad Gita as it is. There is no manipulation. There is no adding his own speculations into it. It is what Krishna said. It's what Arjuna understood. Not like what I understood. Not like what some other person understood. It's a conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. So what Arjuna exactly understood and what Krishna exactly explained is what captured in that. That's why if you see that, the compilation, it's so pure. It's so pure. Right? Now, the reason why Prabhupada spent all that time giving translations, writing so many books for all of us, is for us to understand the real meanings. What is it? Right? So that's why, I see, probably I may be speculating now, but when I came to this movement, it's been 10 years, I saw that this is like a spiritual university, teaching the scriptures, word by word, sloka by sloka, right? And that's what we all practiced. Now, we may be thinking, why we need this wisdom? That why can't I do my karma? That why can't I do my jnana? And why bhakti? Right? If you see Bhagavad Gita has been broken down into 3 sections. Karma, karma kanda, bhakti, jnana. And why Krishna has to keep bhakti in the center? Right? So he kind of carefully arranged bhakti in the center, saying that we have to do karma, we should also obtain jnana in order to progress in bhakti. So this reading, all these satsangs, what we do here is trying to get that jnana, the wisdom, the knowledge. And karma is just before this we were chanting. Right? And Mataji, Bodhi Mataji's made nice garland. So that's karma. That's karma you have to do. The karma is also needed. Chanting is needed. Right? Now, bhakti, it is said that 99% of someone to become spiritual is through chanting. But are we 100%? No, 99% is not 100%. That 1% is the kind of wisdom or kind of jnana. Now, is that 1% too small? No, it's not. Right? So that we all, if we all have been working in IT, we all know that 80-20 rule. Right? 80% of the project will be done like this. 20% is where we struggle. Right? Now, similarly, in bhakti also, we will do all the karma very easily. When it comes to jnana, that 1% takes the 99% of the effort. That's why wisdom, this jnana, is equally important. We have to understand the meanings. We have to, it's like kind of going to school, right? So if you take a doctor or a kind of lawyer, what they do? They go to school, and as soon as they finish their school, will they become lawyers and doctors? No, they have to practice. That's what the wisdom gives us. It gives us the ability to practice. So we all have become practicing devotees. We are not just devotees. Anyone can call themselves a devotee. But we all are practicing devotees. That's what the kind of Prabhupada has taught us. That's what this whole kind of satsangs are all about, to understand the scriptures in a very detailed manner. Not through the stories are also important that we hear from others, but we should also dive into the scripture to understand what is the real story, just to make sure that whatever we are kind of listening is not like adulterated. Okay, so now with that, kids, next time whenever you're chanting this Hare Krishna mantra, what is that you have to remember?
That you're asking Sita's.
What is the first line stands for?
You're
Radharani.
asking permission for Radharani so that
To serve?
to serve
Who?
Krishna.
Krishna. Who is Krishna? Who is Krishna? They all attract you. That is the important point. Okay, next time remember, Krishna is all attractive. He attracts everyone. Everyone, we should pray that hopefully one day Krishna will attract me too. I think that should be our prayer. But he has attracted all the gopis. Where? Gopis and gopas in like Vrindavan. Right? Now, similarly, we should also be in that waiting list. So hopefully one day Krishna will attract us too. Right? Now, the second line. Second line stands for Mother Sita.
Permission to serve peaceful Rama.
Rama, who is the most peaceful. Right? All right. So now I think with that, kids, probably you can.
Yeah, thank you.
Take
Let's
care.
go upstairs.
Okay. Yeah. So last time we practiced 10.8, Bhagavad Gita 10.8, 10.9. So that So just ask them to review 10.8, 10.9 Bhagavad Gita. Okay, that's okay. See, it's a book there. Go to chapter 10 and verse 8 and 9. So go and refresh 8 and 9, and then you can start with the stories. Okay?
Chapter 8.
No, chapter 10.
Chapter 10.
Chapter 10. Sloka 8 and 9. Yeah, that's what kids were practicing for the last 2 weeks. And the other one, okay? Just ask them to repeat and then continue the stories. Jai. Okay, so today we have a task. I know we started with Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1 for the last 2 satsangs. So today we will try to finish Chapter 1. Okay. Yeah. So here we are talking about Srimad Bagavatam. So Mother, have you heard about Srimad Bagavatam before? Yes, heard about it. Okay. So there are total 18 Puranas. Right? So Vyasadeva, and we kind of discussed this story last satsang, I believe. So he compiled 17 Puranas, but somehow he was not happy. Okay. Then of course, in the next chapters, we will go to that story too, but just to give you a brief. So he was still sad because all the 17 Puranas, they talk about, what is the benefit you will get if you go to this temple. It actually talks about the information about different temples, different gods, what a person can get, what are different rituals, different pujas, different yajnas people can do. It gives information about all those things. So a person, if someone wants to materially become powerful, they can go to these Puranas, these 17 Puranas. There is information there. Now what humans did is, of course, as humans, we always want to look for the loopholes in the system, right? So we started abusing those Puranas. How? People used to go take this puja, this ritual, this mantra, and then they started abusing that. They used to do all kinds of sins, go and take this, take a holy dip in Ganga, and then all the sins were gone. Right? Just simple, right? So now that's what they started doing it. So now, as a creator of all these Puranas, as a person who has compiled, who has written all these Puranas, he was very upset, saying that the purpose he gave these Puranas is that the humans will prosper. Prosper where? Prosper spiritually. But what we did, we took that whole into prospering materially. So as a creator of that, he was very upset. So that's when his spiritual master, Nada Muni, comes in, and he actually chastises Vyasadeva, nicely saying that you have written all these things for what? Right? It's not you spoiled mankind, right? And then, but you never spoke in any of the Puranas. You didn't spoke about who God is, who is the real God. What can a God do? What are the characteristics of a God? Right? Why he has created us, and why are we on this earth, and why are we not with the God? And you haven't discussed about any of these topics. At that prime time, Vyasadeva compiles the Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's why Srimad Bhagavatam is like, it's all about the God, the glories of God. It's not to prosper materially, it is to prosper spiritually. Bhagavatam is all about, if someone takes, in short, Bhagavad Gita is like a rule book. Okay, and Bhagavatam is like real life examples of the people, of the devotees who have implemented those rules in their real lives. So these are the stories. Okay, Bhagavatam is all about stories. It's all about stories from different yugas, different pastimes, starting from how this earth has been created. The whole universe has been created, to all the different leelas, and about it even talks about the Kali Yuga, what will happen towards the end of Kali Yuga, and all that information is in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so it's a I think thanks to Prabhuji and Mataji, so they kind of followed us to join in their serving Radha Govind through this Bhagavatam. Right, so it's going to be a long journey. We need to cover only 18,000 verses. Okay, let's hope we will finish that in this lifetime. So
I would like to add only one point here
Sure,
about the
Prabhupada.
devotees. So Krishna and Rama, they like hearing about their own stories. They are very, very happy, very satisfied. Right? Not any other god. So Krishna and Rama specifically. If you look into Ramayana, Rama himself heard his own story from Lava and Kusha. Right? From Valmiki, the kids are trained and they came and then they sang the slogas. He was very happy, very pleaseful, and he keep on repeating. So for many, I think it's around 40 or 45 days, every single day, morning to afternoon, they hear this about his own pride, right? They're very, very happy. Similarly, if you look into Mahabharata, where in front of Krishna and Bhishma Dev, who is on the bed of arrows, he started praising all about Krishna, and that's what we got Vishnu Sahasranam. Right? So whenever there is a place, there is a group of people who started talking about Krishna and Rama, the God will be so happy compared to any other places. Right? That's what the satsang is all about. Right? When we sit together, whom we are going to talk, we are not going to talk about material pleasures. We are going to talk about only the Supreme Personality, right? So when we started talking about his own pride, what he did in different yugas, he'll be very happy, and it's a easiest path to go towards him. He is an attractor, and we are trying to become a kind of iron so that he can easily attract us. So that's what it is. Right? So, okay. So the whole idea why we are talking about the Supreme Personality. Why we should not talk about any other things? Because God likes it, and we have proof. That's it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so before we get started, we will recite some invocation prayers. Let me see this. Then we all can sing together. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye. Before reciting this Srimad Bagavatham, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Naranarayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Shrinvatam swakatah Krishna punyashravana kirtana Udayantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhrsatam. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous and properly heard and chanted. Nasta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavate uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naistaki. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. And loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as irrevocable fact. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I can recite this Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya to cleanse, purify this place. Okay. Now, we started with chapter 1. Chapter 1. Previously, Surendra Prabhu has covered first sloka in the last satsang, or like 2 satsangs back, right? So I know he took whole 45 minutes, 1 hour, talk about one verse,
One sloka, sir.
one sloka.
It is
So-
a lot of time.
So that's why I'll not spend too much of time on this sloka, but it's really a very, very beautiful sloka. So to kind of recite. Okay, so we will try to kind of recite sloka 1, 2, and 3. They're really important slokas. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadasya yatonyayaditaratas chateshvabhignasvaran tene brahma hrudayadikavaye muhyanti suraya tejo varimrutam yata vinimayo yatra trisargo vrisha Damna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Once again. Janmadasya yatonyayaditaratas chatesha vignasvaran tene brahma hrudayadikavaye Muryanti suraya tejo varimrudam yata vinimayo yatra sri sargo vrisha damna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Who wants to read one more time? One try, someone wants to try?
जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितिरतास् चाप्तेष्वभिघ्नास्वरात् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरया तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा दाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि.
Hari
Very
Bol,
good.
Hari Bol, Jai
I
Mataji.
tried a couple of times, but it didn't come peacefully. Last time first time only she listened, and without any problem she sing the song sloka nicely.
That's
If
why
you,
it's not easy.
if you need a priest, please tell me. I have a couple of people like that.
It's
In
very
Elgin village, there are a couple of people like that.
so that's why they are Matajis and they are Prabhu's.
yeah, see.
So Mataji is by default have that power of speech and also memory.
Correct.
Okay, so we cannot compete with Mataji's in this case. So we should accept our defeat and let them do.
Rama himself,
Mm.
myself and Selvi, we talked about casually, right? We talked about only women and Matajis are also powerful. Even Rama also cannot, convince other people, right? So, for example, from the story of Ramayana, we talked, right? Whatever Rama says, Rama will not talk a lot.
Yes.
He talks only 2 words, 3 words, 4 words, right? But whatever he says, it's a perfect, it's kind of equal to it. Everybody listens. He is not able to convince one person, which is Sita. He said, Sita, you stay here. I want to go to 14 years. I will come back. And similarly, Lakshmana and Bharat, everyone said, right? So everyone stayed there. But Mataji said, no, it's not possible. So he's not able to convince, right? That, okay, let's take together. But the other guy, Lakshmana, he also said, Lakshmana, don't come because I'm only going to. Lakshmana didn't say, this is the only thing I cannot live without you. So that's why if you look into Bharat and Shatrugana, they are called as Alvars. Shatrugana Alvar, Bharat Alvar. Because Alvar means so much great to the god. But never called Lakshmana. Because Lakshmana didn't listen to Rama. Lakshmana.
When they both went to the forest, Bharata was not with them in the kingdom. He was being sent to the grandparents' home by the mother.
Yeah, correct. So some lot of reasons behind that, but but at least he listened whatever Rama says. If Rama says, Bharat, you go and stay there, Bharat listens. That's what Bharat is so dear to Rama.
Correct.
Bharat is so dear to Rama because he listens.
Yeah.
Lakshmana didn't listen. and Sita Mata convinced him. And at the end of the life also, Rama tried to convince Sita.
Yeah.
She didn't listen.
They
Sita, I want to go back to my mom.
So there itself it is saying like women are correct.
Yeah, ultimately, right? When they are not able to say, they want to say.
Dwapara-yugam, Treta-yugam, Kali-yugam,
Correct.
So,
చెప్పింది వింటే
that's what all the Hare Rama, Hare Krishna chanting. We get permission through Mataji and say,
We get permission. Okay. Let's come back to the translation, right? So, can someone read the translation? If you can read it.
O my Lord Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva,
Vasudeva.
Vasudeva, O all pervading.
Vasudeva is Krishna.
Okay, sorry. Son of Vasudeva, O all pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance, and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen in fire or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him. Lord Sri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representation of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth.
Jai Hari. So we will go through text sloka 2 and 3, and then we'll come back and discuss on these slokas. Prabhupada has given super long purport for this. So if you have time, please spend some time reading it. It's almost like, I don't know how many pages, but at least like, at least like 7-8 pages. Text 2. Okay. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. I'll go off. Okay. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirmatsaranam satam Vedyam vastavyam atra vastu sivadam tapatrayon mulanam Srimad Bagavate Mahamuni Krute Kim va Parerishwaram Sadyo Hrudyavarudyate Trakritibi Hrudyavarudyate Trakritibi Shushru Subhistakshana Dharma Projita Kaitavotra Paramo Nirmatsaranam Satam Vedyam Vastavyam Atra Vastu Sivadam Tapatrayon Mulanam Srimad Bagavate Mahamuni Krute Kimva Parerishwaram Sadyo Hrudyavarudyate Trakritibi Shushru Subhistakshana. Someone wants to try? Not everyone?
Dharma projihita kaitavotra paramo
Dharma Rochitakaitavotra paramo
Nirmatsaranam satam
Nirmatsaranam satam
Vedyam vastavamatra vastu sivadam
Vedyam vastavamatra vastu sivadam
Tapatrayonmulanam
Tapatrayonmulanam
Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrute
Srimad Bagavate Mahamuni Krute
Kim va paray Ishvara
Kim va parevishvara
Satyo Rudi Avarudyate Trakritibuhi
Satyo Rudyavarudyate Prakritivi
Sushrupistakshana
Shushrushubhistakshana Hari Bol, Jai Jai Jai. If you can read Hindi, you can. English, what Prabhupada has done is when he has translated to English, he kept it simple for the whole world people to understand. But if you know Hindi, if you can read Hindi, you can spell the whole word instead of splitting it into 2-3 words. Right? So yes, so let's look at the translation for this. You can read translation.
Sure. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated, this Bhagavad Purana propounds the highest truth which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth is reality, distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva, is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart.
Jai. This was a long purport. Okay, 3. Nigamakalpataro galitam phalam Sukamukadam rutadrava samyutam Vivata bhagavatam rasamalayam Muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavukam Nigamakalpataror galitam Phalam sukamukadam rutadrava samyutam Vivata bhagavatam rasamalayam Muraho rasika bhuvi bhavukam Someone should try. Mataji, sister? No, actually,
Yeah, both.
both. I kind of messed up in the second time, so but you can read the whole thing.
Niyamakalpatarorgalitam phalam Sukhamudam rutadrava samyutam Pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam Muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka.
Jai, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
So, this is like, this is Sanskrit, but these are in most of our Indian languages. Sanskrit is the root, mother of all languages, right? So these words, we already use it in our local languages on a daily basis, but we don't know that. That's all. Once we start reading, once we start reciting these verses, then we can relate. right? So then we can relate, Pibata Bhagavatam, Rasamalayam. It's rasam, juice, right? Pibata Bhagavatam means it's like a drinking, drinking what? Drinking the Bhagavatam. Okay, translation. O expert and thoughtful man, relish Srimad Bagavatam, the mature fruit of the desired tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Sri Sukadeva Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. Okay. So now, all right. Oops, let's see this. Let me extend. Yeah. Okay. So we covered these three slokas, right? Now, if you see in materially, spiritually, in order for someone to progress, concept is still the same. Now, if you see this first verse, it's talk about what Vyasadeva did. As I gave a brief history about why Vyasadeva has to compile this Srimad Bhagavatam or the Bhagavata Purana, is based on instruction he got from his kind of spiritual master. The instruction is talk about God. That's why first sloka itself is like you want to put the nail in the coffin and say, okay, Krishna is the God. Right? Let me start from there. So if you see, when you read SB is Srimad Bhagavatam, first one is canto. So Bhagavatam is divided into 12 cantos. And first canto, first chapter, first sloka. So that's how we will read this. If you take Bhagavad Gita doesn't have cantos; it has only one book, right? So it's got some 100 slokas and 18 chapters. So, and if you see wherever you see that BG is Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam has canto, so that's why you see the 3 dots. So if you see that 111 from Srimad Bhagavatam, it talks about Sambandha. Sambandha means how am I related to Krishna, or how Krishna is kind of related to us. Right? Vasudeva is trying to establish that relationship with the Supreme. That's why it is Sambandha. Now in the second verse, it's talking about Abhidaya. Means, what can I do to please? Now I know who the God is. Our sloka 1 is talking about who the God is. Now sloka 2, okay, now I know who is God. Now what can I do for God? That is what the Abhidaya means. And then the Prayojana means, if I do these activities for God, then what is the Prayojana I am getting back? That is this sloka number 3. In short, so sloka 1 talks about building our relationship with Radha Govind, Krishna. And then once we know God exists there, now we have to do activities. Like making the garland is an activity. Sitting and talking about him is an activity. Chanting is an activity. Cooking for him is an activity. Dressing him up is an activity. Thinking about him wherever we are is an activity. So we are doing all those activities for what? To realize the ultimate goal of life. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, what is the ultimate necessity of mankind? Right? Did I type it as mankind? Okay, so mankind, right? So as explained by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says, Prema pun arto mahan. That means what is the ultimate necessity for someone for a mankind, right? The greatest necessity of human being is to achieve the love of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is our goal, right? So yes, we can have like 5 PhDs and we can make like, you know, a 5-digit income, 6-digit income, 7-digit, doesn't matter. If we miss that one goal, all these things will perish in this life. The degrees we have, the nice families we have, the income we make, the reputation we have, everything will go away. As we are talking about, we should be able to identify what is temporary, what is permanent. Anything else is temporary. Achieving the love of God is permanent. If we have that, I think we were talking recently in the satsang, right? So if we are trying to chase Lakshmi Devi or Mother Sita, we will become Ravana. But if we chase Narayana, then wherever there is Narayana, there is Lakshmi. So by becoming spiritual, we are not losing any material things. In fact, we will be a lot more satisfied. In fact, we will be a lot more, pleased. Right. Now, this is where, now before understanding what the 112, let's understand, before understanding activities, right? So previous slide talks about 112 is all about activities to please the Supreme. Now, which form has what kinds of activities? Right? That's where in the Padma Purana, it is said that Jalaja Nava Lakshani Stavara Laksha Vimsati Krimayo Rudra Sankyakat Prakshinam Dasa Lakshanam Trimsal Lakshani Paravaha Chatur Lakshani Manushaha. Now you can read the numbers. So what is that? There are a total of 8.4 million species. Who is confirming that? Padma Purana is confirming that. How can Padma Purana confirm all these things? Because it's created by whom? Right?
Brahma.
Right. So now as a cow, like if you take the kind of Goshala, very big Goshala, okay, there are like thousands of cows, but still a calf can go and find her mother or his mother. Similarly, a mother can find her child. Almost all calves look the same, right? Yeah. But that's how similarly as a creator, they know. Even the aquatics, the trees, insects, birds, animals, humans, we all are children of the God. So as a father, he knows exactly how many he has created, isn't it? If he doesn't know, then that's something nothing. Right? So now here in this case, there are a total of 900,000 aquatics. Aquatics, ocean. Right? Then 1.1 million trees, and 1 million insects, 3 million birds, 3 million animals, and 0.4 million, 400,000 humans. When we say 400,000 humans, not like, it's like different thoughts, different sizes, different colors, different, you name it. There are like 400,000 variations in humans. Right? Now, and what is that one thing common across this 8.4 million species? That's what that picture is talking about. Right? If you take if you take a small ant or a big tiger, what it does? It eats. And including the greatest human, what we do? We eat. We all eat. And we all sleep. And we all defend our families, defend our properties. Then, and all the species can reproduce. That's how this progeny continues. Right? Then what's the difference? Then what is the difference between an ant and a fly or a bird or a tree or a human being? If all of us are doing the same. Right? That's where in the second verse, if you see, Vyasadeva introduced us to religion, right? And what is that? Vyasadeva introduced us to religion, and we say he's asking us to completely reject all religious activities which are materially motivated, right? If we can read that second, right? So, but in order to differentiate between human and an animal, only difference is that religion. When I say religion, let's not jump into Hinduism, Christianity. Here we're talking about Dharma.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not become today's religion. It's like Dharma. Okay, but English doesn't have too many words, so we have to be satisfied with whatever limited words it has. So the religion is used in various things. Here in this case, it is Dharma. Okay, so a man can understand Dharma, or in short form, the kind of religion. And we all talk about kind of religion. It has to take us to kind of mukti or kind of liberation. Mukti from what? Mukti from being recycled into this 8.4 million species. At some point of time, that problem, I may have been an ant or a fly or a tree or you name it. In order to come to this human life, we could have went through this 8.4 million species already. That's why we got this body of human. So human life is not so easy to get, right? Next time, whenever we see a living entity, not human, we should have some empathy on them, because only humans can do certain things like following Dharma, understanding who God is, sitting and reading Bhagavatam. Only humans can do that. Animals don't have that. So that's why it becomes our responsibility. That's why whenever we chant, whenever we do kirtan, whenever we talk about the scriptures, we say it loud. The reason being, whenever we talk about God, all the living entities, they listen. Right? If you're going to this road and if there is nice music going on, a lot of people there, we get curious and see what's going on. Just like that, there are so many invisible things in this room that we can't see with our eyes. But by giving our association to entities like that, we are sharing this with almost everyone. That consciousness only kind of humans have. Right? That's where this kind of religion, in short kind of description, is that putting a stop to this 8.4 million species. Now, okay, there's a lot going on in this slide. Now, continuing in this, what is that? Vyasadeva is asking to completely reject all religions. Why? This slide will answer that. Okay. Today, we have been taught about Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Right? That is what the non-devotees follow. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. That's like given. That's like a formula. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, you will go to heaven, or if you go to hell. This is a formula. This is already written. It will work. The formula works very well. Okay, there's no doubt about it. But as I was talking about how humans started abusing the scriptures, now we stop at Dharma, Artha, Kama. At least in today's Kali Yuga. In previous yugas, yes, they used to follow all these two things. But how many people are really targeting about mukti? Right? I'm doing my job kind of righteously. I'm good. I'm kind of good human being. Right? If I'm a good human being, I will get liberation. Right? If I that I'm not cheating anyone, I'll get liberation. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to work for it, right? So today, all the today's kind of religion, as you can see on the slide, it ends at karma, dharma, artha, kama. Yes, we make money to the dharmic ways, but we spend that money or we enjoy and stop at karma. We are not progressing more. So what are we doing to progress more? There's very little focus today. That's where Srimad Bagavatham adds one more element to it. What is that element? As you can see on this slide, bhakti. What devotees does? We do bhakti. How we do bhakti? Yes, we have to eat, right? Instead of we cooking for our own and eating for our own, what we do? We actually cook for Krishna, and we have to sleep, right? We have to sleep for Krishna. That means Krishna. Now I'm going to sleep now, but it's your responsibility to wake me up tomorrow morning 4 o'clock to do the Mangalarti. So we are sleeping for Krishna now. Now we have to defend. Yes, we have to defend from all the material maya, material energy coming and troubling to us. Now instead of defending, now we are defending our sadhana, spiritual sadhana, from the energies of the maya, from the illusion, right? And of course that we have to produce. That's part of this creation. So that we have to do our job. So and we are producing the Krishna conscious children, so that they can also prosper. Right now, am I doing anything specifically for dharma, artha, kama? No. Whatever I'm doing, it's all part of bhakti already. If you are doing bhakti, then dharma, artha, kama will automatically be satisfied. No doubts about it. You don't need to think about it. And what will happen on top of it? The bonus, if you do bhakti, is mukti. Right? So that's the bonus. So we all work for companies. And if you all work for that year, at the end of the year, we'll get the bonus. I mean, are we doing anything extra for getting bonus? No, right? We don't do that. That's how the mukti is. Or we don't need to do anything else. If you're doing bhakti, if you're doing our job, because we are being paid, at the end that we are also getting the bonus too. That's what the bhakti does. Right? Now, it also says that, bhakti can be very misleading. We need to understand the difference between the puja and bhakti. Most of the Hindus do puja. But is that puja considered bhakti? Going there in the morning, rushing, I have to put deepam, I have to put a lamp, I have to put one jaggery piece there so all ants can come and eat. So, that's not bhakti. I'm sorry to say, but let's be very honest. That's not bhakti at all. Someone told us you have to do puja, that we are doing puja. Right? But now that's where. But even in that 2 minutes, we are thinking about God. So that means the God is not going to keep all these things. He will give that, as we have seen in the first slide, right? Sambandha, avidaya, prayojana. So whatever little we do, we will get the prayojana. That we will get the benefit. Now, that's where there are 3 types of liberation, as you can see the bottom here, right? So there are like 3 types of liberation. What is that? First one is the fruitive activities. Okay, it means I will go and feed people. I will go and build hospitals. I will go and build schools. I will go and serve the elderly people. Yes, you will get it. And what will happen if you get, and what is the prayojana for doing such kind of activities, fruitive activities? We will get placed in the higher planets. Right? I think in one of the sessions we have seen how many planets are there, right? All the things. So we will go from step 17 to step 16. That's all. But from step 16, again we'll fall down to step 17 if you don't keep up there. Even if you go to heaven, heaven is not a permanent place. Heaven is temporary. Because on the earth, in this human body, probably we can live for 100 years. Probably if you go to heaven, we'll get a different body. And probably in that body, the kind of lifespan can be 1,000 years. That's the only, after 1,000 years, again, we will kick back to the kind of lower planets again.
12,700 years, I think. Prabhu.
12,000 years.
12,700 years in
that's good.
heaven.
Yeah.
Life period. And after that, you have to come back.
Yeah, see, now, this, I think we all celebrated New Year, right? Yeah, when was it? It's only like
1 month ago.
1 month ago. Right. It's already gone. Right. So the 12,000 years will go like this. Yeah. So now the second one is, the second kind of bhakti is worshipping different demigods. Like if you worship Indra, Surya, Chandra, and then we'll go to heavens. But is that permanent? Again, once again, going back to our choice. Right? Temporary, permanent. Is going to kind of ancestral planets permanent? No, that's not permanent. Because when the whole material universe is recycled, all this will get recycled too. Okay. Now, worshipping the kind of impersonal form, saying that God is nowhere, God is in my heart. Is that permanent? As per the scripture, no, that's not. Now, this is where you see the Brahman again has been divided into three. The Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Now, in the
But Paramatma is called God, now, Prabhu. Why
Paramatma is God. Yes, Paramatma is God. But this is where you see 1, 2, 1, 1. I think I kind of opened it here already. Right. See this one. Vadanti tattvavidas. Vadanti tattvavidas. Tattvam yajnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti sabhyate. Now it says that, what's translation? Learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance Brahman, Paramatma, or Bhagavan. Now, what does that mean? Is what this slide is talking about. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. So there are three different things. So some people think that Brahman means my soul and will come out of my body and will go mix into Brahman. But what is Brahman? Right? So Bhagavatam is clearly saying that Brahman is not God.
It's the first original living.
Yeah. And Paramatma is not God. Bhagavan is the God. That's why in Bhagavad Gita you say Bhagavan Uvacha, Bhagavan Uvacha. Right? So now that means Brahman is not Bhagavan. Paramatma is not Bhagavan. There is a Bhagavan. There is someone called Bhagavan there. That's why Bhagavad Gita is all about Bhagavan Uvacha. You need to understand these points. Right? Now, examples, if you can see in the red there, sunshine. Sunshine, in order to understand in simple term, sunshine is Brahman. Yes, it's like a glimpse. Yes, if you go out, we can feel the sunshine. Just because I'm feeling the sunshine, can I feel the sun? Yes, we are feeling the sun. There's no doubt about it. But am I holding the sun God directly? Or am I in the sun planet? No. That's what the Brahman is, like a sunshine. Brahman is everywhere. Brahman is like an energy. That energy is everywhere. Right? That's what the Brahman is everywhere. But our goal is not seeing God everywhere. Our goal, of course, we have to see the God everywhere, but our goal is to reach Bhagavan, to serve the Bhagavan. But Paramatma is like, okay, now from sun rays, we stepped into the sun kingdom. But we still haven't met the sun God yet. We just stepped into that kingdom. Right? So that is Paramatma. Paramatma is there in everyone. In all of us, there is a Paramatma. Atma, Paramatma. Right? Whatever we do, the Paramatma is watching us. Right? Our goal is not to even reach Paramatma. Our goal should be to go reach the Bhagavan. Right? So now, whenever we are doing bhakti, we should understand which bhakti we are doing. What is our what is the prayojana for our bhakti? Is it to go to the ancestral planets, heavens, or to become one with Brahman, or become Paramatma ourselves, becoming Paramatma, or reaching to Bhagavan, right? Now, reaching to Bhagavan is what that liberation is all about.
You mentioned something like a sun god.
Mm.
Okay, what is-
No, it's just an example. Just an example. I'm not saying sun god is Bhagavan. You don't take that. This is just an example to relate.
Okay.
Right? Now the this second sloka is also touched. Second sloka also touched upon miseries. Right? Kind of threefold miseries. What are the threefold miseries? Adi Atmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika. These are called the threefold miseries. Okay? So this is where in the and threefold somewhere here is here, yeah, miseries. Okay, threefold miseries.
Threefold miseries. Okay.
Okay, now this is what the Adi Daivika, Adi Atmika, Adi Bhautika. Those are the threefold miseries. Now, what is Adi Atmika? Okay, miseries that are created within our mind, Atma. Right? Miseries that we create. And Adi Bhautika is miseries that are given to us by others. And Adi Daivika means miseries which are given by God. Want to understand the examples? Adi Atmika. Right? So now I came to this satsang. Like Nataraj Prabhu didn't spoke to me today. Right? Now I keep thinking about it. Why does Nataraj Prabhu hates me so much? So now my mind will start creating stories. Why Prabhu is talking to only that Prabhu or that Mataji? Why is not talking to me? That's our mind playing games with us now. That means there's nothing. Probably Prabhu is thing is his mind is busy on something else. He's focusing something else. But my mind is making up all this, cooking all these stories, and now it's creating rivalry, unknowing kind of rivalry among people. That's called Adhyatmika. That means we create. Believe it or not, in this whole world, forget about world, in our own life, right? Just to put a number for us to understand, 99% of the problems that a person go through is because of Adhyatmika. It is because of our mind creating those invisible barriers, invisible walls. Those walls doesn't exist. Those are the walls that our mind creates. If we can come through this, come out of this misery of Adhyatmika, that is the first step to get closer to God. We should understand, that's why we got to keep our mind busy. Right? The empty mind is what? Devil's shop, devil's advocate. Right? So that's why we should never keep our mind empty. As soon as mind is empty, it starts poking all the unnecessary things. Right? So that's why the Adhyatmika means problems that we create on our own. The problem doesn't exist, but we just create it. Okay, 99% problems will be solved on this planet. Our homes will be super happy if you can have some controls on this. Adhyatmika means trying to identify, recognize the problem. Right? If you go to a doctor with a disease, doctor does series of tests for doing what? To kind of diagnosing what that actual disease you are going through, so that he can give that one antibiotic which will fix the disease. But in order to come to that one medicine, he has to do a lot of tests. That's why we should also identify what are all the Adhyatmika problems. Is it problem which I am creating it, or is a problem really exist? Now the Adi Bhautika, right? In summer, in winters anyway, We are all stuck in home in this nice Minneapolis. We can't go out. We can't sit outside. In summers, okay, man, I have been sitting in house for last 6 months. Let me go and sit outside in the summers. And what will happen if you go sit out in the summers, in the evenings? Mosquitoes will come and bite, right? So that is the Adivotika problem. That means some other people creating problems in our life, right? Now, Adi Daivika, once again, Minnesota, great Minnesota, right? The snow, cold. This is not something which we are creating, right? For this location, that is the problem we have. Or tsunamis, the earthquakes, and all these things. All these things are created by the Adi Daivika. There's a purpose, there's a reason behind that. Means I'm not saying this. So now if you see from a non-devotee standpoint, from a material standpoint, these are all problems. Adi Atmika is a problem, Adi Bhautika is a problem, Adi Daivika is a problem. But from a spiritual side, a person should have to overcome these miseries. Because devotee understands that this body is not permanent. Tomorrow, once we go to sleep tonight, there is no guarantee we are going to wake up tomorrow. Nothing is in our control. Identifying that will automatically relieve from these threefold miseries. Now, what are the other things that is following, circling that?
Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukha-dosha, Anudarshana.
Anudarshana. Right? So even if we come out of this Adi, Atmika, Bhautika, Daivika, these things will not leave us. Right? And what we have to do to overcome that? How to escape these miseries? We should understand again, going back to first sloka. What is the first sloka? Understanding our position. And do what? Sambandha. Next one is Abhidaya, activities. Right? And then the prayojana. What is the prayojana? Coming out of these miseries. Now, we'll quickly wrap up in another 5 minutes. Okay, so now the reason why we are struck in this 8.4 million species that we have seen is this is also one of the reason, right? So the Prabhupada, or in fact all the Bhagavatam, all the Dharmas talk about, we have to we have to follow the kind of cleanliness, the truthfulness, the mercy, the austerity. These are the 4 legs of our Dharma. Of any kind of religion, if you take a religion, if a religion doesn't follow these 4 pillars, 4 legs, if the religion doesn't stand on these 4 pillars, that kind of religion is going to collapse. It's just a matter of time, right? So now this is where what happened here is the background of this sloka 116 is this Sukadeva Goswami, who has given this Bhagavatam. Of course, the Vyasadeva has compiled, but someone has to come and read it first. So that's what his son, the kind of Vyasadeva's son, is nothing but the kind of Sukadeva Goswami. So he is so pure, he is so austere, he has so much of mercy that he is the right one for us to give this kind of holy this Purana to all of us. Now, considering time, let me quickly go through it, rush it. So now the whole, as you all know, the Bhagavad Gita is a conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. Now, the Bhagavatam is a conversation between Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami. No, that's how it came to us. And after there is Suta Goswami also in between, who actually listened and who has given this verse. We will get into those details in our next sessions. But the whole Bhagavatam, these 18,000 slokas, is in response to these 6 questions. So chapter 1, from verse 9 through 23, talks about these 6 questions. And what are the 6 questions? What is the absolute? Kids, you can read that first one? Want to read that first one
What
loudly?
is the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general?
In general, okay. How about you? You want to read second one?
Explain the essence of all creatures for the good of all living beings.
Okay. Who wants to read the third one? Okay, you can go.
Why did the Lord appear in the womb of Devaki as the son of Vasudeva?
Vasudeva, nice.
Yes.
4, yes, you can go.
Describe the Lord's adventure in his various incarnations.
Purusha Avtaras, according to Srila Jiva Goswami. Okay. Next 5. Yes.
Narrate the transcendental pastimes of Lord Smarty incarnations.
Leela Avtaras. Yes, 6.
Whom did the
Religious.
religious principles take shelter of after all Krishna's
Departure.
departure?
Jai, right? No, the first one is what is the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general. So now here, if you see, these are the questions the people are asking themselves. Means they're not asking for themselves. A wise person always thinks about not themselves, but for every living entity, right? So now, what is that? And here it is the highest dharma or good for all the humanity is to perform the unmotivated and uninterrupted bhakti. Unmotivated bhakti there has to be no hidden motives behind bhakti. If I do bhakti, I'm going to get liberation. That's a motive, right? We are doing service. So while doing service to Radha Govind, we should do it truthfully, not expecting something in return. That's the difference between the today's kind of religion versus the kind of real religion, right? If you go to temple, we expect something, right? We treat God as a vending machine. I'm putting one coconut, you give me chutney out of it. Right? So that's what the today's kind of religion teaches us. Now, what is this? Now, question 2 is all about how to develop that uninterrupted and unmotivated. It should not be interruptions. Today I have my production support call at 6 a.m. so I have to go take that call while I should be chanting at this time, right? Now question is, can I skip my production support call and continue to chant? No, right? We have to balance that, right? So don't take these words literally, right? So this has to be, we need to fine tune our day in such a way that we are doing our prescribed duties. Okay. Now, why did the Lord appear in the womb of Devaki as the son of Vasudeva? Very simple. Krishna came to, in the kind of Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, Krishna says, means I come here to protect, to save. That's why he came. That's why the Bhagavatam has been given to us what? To reclaim the souls. Krishna comes to reclaim all of us and take where? Back to Vaikuntha. Right? So that's why he came. Now, question 4 and 5 is his various incarnations, right? Purusha Avtaras and the Leela Avtaras. Now, Purusha Avtaras are, as we have seen in that other picture, there is a Karano Dakshaya Vishnu, Garbho Dakshaya Vishnu, and Kshiro Dakshaya Vishnu. Right?
We can show the picture.
Let me bring that picture up. So, can you see this?
How many Vishnus are there?
So, number 16, number 14 is Karana, Dakshaya Vishnu, 15 is, sorry.
14, 15.
Yeah, 14, 15, and 16. Right? Okay.
Point. So 14, Karna version. Right? Karna version. It's
So,
gone. So this is the Krishna you're talking about, probably, right?
yeah,
The Karna ocean.
the first one.
The
First
first
one is the
Krishna.
pores. Yeah. So the Karna is a kind of regular word that we use, right? Karna is what? Reason. So he is the reason for what? He is the reason for this whole universes. And then Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Garbha means
Garbha means
we all know the Brahma came from the navel of Vishnu. That means to that navel, he is reciting as the Paramatma in like everyone's. And then the last one is
Garbhodaya Vishnu, and last one is
right. The last one is the Shirodakshaya Vishnu. That's right. Right. So last one is the same, the Shirodakshaya Vishnu. So who is the super soul who lives in all the, so that he is the one who is in ant or human, plant, everywhere, that he is the one who is there. So I think that's how the Karana, Garbho, Shirodakshaya Vishnu. That's how I can remember that. So those are all the Purusha avatars. Those are the energies of the Lord. And the Leela avatars are like the Narasimhadev, the Vamandev, Parshuram, Lord Rama. Those are all kind of Leela avatars. Right? And question number 6 is, whom did the religious principles take shelter? That means in Kali, where are all the kind of religious, where can I find what a human should be doing? Answer is kind of Srimad Bagavatham. All kind of religious scriptures. There are 17 Puranas, but if you want to understand what is right in Kali, it is Srimad Bagavatham is the answer for it. Now, this is what this whole kind of Bhagavatam addresses in detail, these 6 questions. Okay, that is chapter 1 for all of us. Thank you. I know we went a little over today. My apologies. It's a good conversation.
Haribol Prabhu. I think it's a very nice conversation. So our next classes will be on the after 2 weeks, right? The third Saturday after the Valentine's Day. Prabhu, can I also say something on this one?
Yeah, please.
So Srimad Bagavatham. So why we are reading Srimad Bagavatham? Why we are not reading other things, right? So there are also many reasons behind it. And Prabhuji nicely said something. And I also have something to share from other Puranas. What talk about Bhagavata Purana? What is the reference? Why it has to be glorified? Why is it Bhagavata Purana? Is it greater than Bhagavad Gita? Is it greater than Vedas, 4 Vedas? Or is it greater than Upanishads? For all these questions, another Purana says, yes, it is greater than everything. But we can see some kind of stories from where it has come, who is saying like this. Those kind of things we can talk about in the next class, where you have more idea why Bhagavatam is so important in this Kali Yuga. Right? So why it is bigger than Bhagavad Gita? Right? Both are same. Yeah. Bhagavad Gita is all spoken by Krishna, and Bhagavatam is all like history stories and all. Why it is important? Why it's, so all the things, there is some stories. So we can touch those topics in the next classes. So I will take some 10-15 minutes probably, and then we'll continue with Srimad Bhagavatam.
Okay.
Haribol.
Alright, so let's do a quick Aarti.
Aarti. I'll do Aarti, but we can start with the Narasimha.
Yes, we'll do it quickly and then we'll finish the Aarti. Then we'll discuss what is on. If you have any questions I want to share, we can discuss while having Prasada. I don't want to delay any program more today.
Study 10.10.
So 10.10 today?
Yeah, I taught them like a new Soho.
Okay.
And then study the past ones too. And then I'm gonna ask you guys questions from today's class.
Do you want to play Shankar? Do you want to play Shankar?
Oh, okay. I will not blow, but okay.
Should get used to this one. So
Yeah, I have to practice.
this is like a Have you all seen the Avatar movie?
Yeah.
So what is that board? It's like that you have to tune this session so that everyone can play that. I can only play one which is in my home. But there are some people, some devotees in the congregation who can play any conch shell. But I don't know. Let me try this.
Anyone knows?
Sorry.
Okay, it's
Yes, yes.
Hare Krishna, Hare जय श्री गोरताई की जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री गुरुनानक शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय गुरुदेव की जय। नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लादलादकारिणे हिरण्याकाशिपूर्वक्षः शिवकङ्कालकालये इतो नरसिंहावतो यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहा हरे नरसिंहा हरे नरसिंहा हरे शरणं प्रपद्ये तव चरणकमलवरे स्वल्प पुण्यवतां प्राचुर् विश्वासो नैव जायते शरीराविद्याचोदेन्द्रियताहिका जीवरेशे सबरे हरे मध्य जीवाति रोगो महिष्मति अतेशे जगत संसारे विष्णुवरा दोयामोय कोरी पारे जीवो जाय स्वप्रसाद ननिलोमाय श्री अन्ना प्रताप श्री राधा कृष्ण गुणिगा Devidako Shri Chaitanya Nitai, Jai Nimai, Jai Nitai, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Radha Govinda Mahaprasad Ki Jai. This prayer is in like Bengali because the Prabhupada is from Bengal. So So most of the prayers in ISKCON, they have a little bit of Bengali touch to it, but they are really nice kirtans. Actually, if you see the meaning of this, saying that out of all this material body, all the senses, the taste is the deadly enemy. Now, how to punish the deadly enemy? By feeding prasadam to it. Okay, so it's like a very sweet punishment for this sense. I think that's what this prayer is all about. So reminding that why we should be really careful, because the oats, more than the weapons, the oats come out of this mouth are lot more dangerous.
Dangerous and powerful.
Yeah, and things that this mouth can eat is a lot more dangerous, right? As we have seen, the mercy. It actually can start from this mouth. Okay. All right. Anymore.
Can I get up? Okay.
We are not used to very numbers of two slokas per class.
This is the 6th class. So far we covered only one sloka. Yeah. But today only we covered this